Hey Redux Rebels, this is your girl Chelsea here with Jennifer Van Damsel, amazing cosplay extraordinaire.
Thank you.
We were just wondering how you are and how are you liking Comicpalooza so far?
It is awesome. I'm from Houston, so Comicpalooza is always a great convention for me. Get to meet a lot of people that live near here, so we can talk about cool restaurants and stuff like that, because eating is like my second favorite thing.
How did you get involved in cosplay?
Actually, this is my 3-year anniversary of ever putting on a costume and going to a convention. So Comicpalooza 3 years ago, I decided if I'm going to a convention, I'm going to wear a costume. And that's what I did 3 years ago.
Do you have any influences that you draw, like your influences from?
I kind of like to do my own designs. So I've done like a Western Wonder Woman. This is like my own design of like a burlesque Harley Quinn, and I've done like a burlesque Poison Ivy. So I kind of just like to put my own spin on things. So kind of the internet is kind of inspiration when I see something cool. And I'm like, oh, that would be really awesome with this character. Like I did a Mad Max crossover with the Punisher. So I get inspired a lot by certain styles and then apply that to characters.
And how much time and effort do you put into your characters? Is it like a few months from start to finish, or?
It really depends on the costume. So this one in particular, I spent like a day on it. So it was just a lot of adding stuff and then putting stuff here. Okay, this needs more glitter. This needs more feathers, whatever. But when I did my Princess Peach, I did a huge gown, but I did a more like realistic, as if she was like a real princess in real times. I like handmade the corset and a huge dress. I had a petticoat, and it's like 6 yards of fabric all the way around. And that took me like a few months between doing all that. And it depends on how many costumes I'm working on at the same time too, which is usually a lot.
What has been your favorite cosplay that you've done so far?
Probably my Princess Peach, just because I'm really proud of it. I worked really hard on it. It was the first time making a corset, first time using a petticoat and making a huge dress, first time I made jewelry, first time I worked with Warbler to make the crown. It was like a lot of firsts for me, so I was really, really proud of it.
So you work a lot with Warbler. What is the most challenging thing about working with cosplay?
Definitely the props. I usually make my own jewelry for costumes, and I sewing all that's like easy. It's the making the armor and stuff that I'm learning still. So that learning process is definitely difficult to get to where you're like, oh, that doesn't look terrible.
And if there were like a future cosplayer to come up to you, what would be your advice to them?
Start small. Doing a complete suit of armor for your first costume, not the best idea. That'll break your confidence down a lot. So starting with something small, modifying stuff. Everything doesn't have to be made from scratch. You can easily go somewhere, buy something, and then cut it up or add stuff to it. So it doesn't keep the stress level down, because you'll feel a lot happier without the stress.
And is there a preview of what your next costume would be?
I haven't posted any previews, but I literally have like 8 things that are almost finished. I was initially going to do Vision this weekend, and then I didn't finish it. But tomorrow will be Chun-Li, which is new, and then I'm making a Snow White and Spider-Gwen. And I'm all over the place.
Something to look forward to. But thank you for interviewing with us, and we really appreciate it. And this has been Chelsea Willis with RebelSaga.com. Keep it epically real.